Hello and welcome everyone. My name is the Clever Fool. Today I'll be playing the fourth episode of the Hautevilles, titled Bohemond in the East. There is an achievement for this one. I believe it's called Italy Jones and the First Crusade, where we need to play through this level without losing a hero. Let's go ahead and get started.
Bohemond never forgave Count Roger for siding with his younger brother. But other events would draw Bohemond away before he could threaten Norman unity. As bands of knights and foot soldiers passed through Sicily on their way to the Holy Land, Roger arranged for Bohemond to linger amongst them. Lured by the promises of lands and eternal glory on Crusade, Bohemond too set out for the east. Bohemond retraced the path through the Byzantine Empire that he had taken only a few years before, while warring against the Emperor Alexios Komnenos. Now, however, he came to Constantinople as an honored guest, kneeling before his old adversary, and promising to restore the Empire's territories in the Holy Land. Bohemond, of course, shared his father's cunning, and had no intention of following through with such a promise. When the Crusaders besieged the ancient city of Antioch, Bohemond resolved that it should be his. Mustering the cunning of his heritage, Bohemond told the Emperor's men that the other Crusaders planned to assassinate them, causing them to return home. He then bribed a local garrison commander to open Antioch's gates, but only after he had secured the sworn promises of the other Crusader princes that the first among them to enter the city would rule it. Unfortunately for Bohemond and the Crusaders, a great Turkish army was on its way. Already worn down by 8 long months of siege, Bohemond would need every ounce of his courage and his skill to survive.
Alright. Oh, geez. Our main objective is to defend Antioch until Alexios Komnenos arrives, and to defeat Ahmed ibn Marwan's garrison. Our hints tell us that we have a population limit of 300 and can research both castle and imperial age technologies. You will not be able to train new villagers, however. Okay, how many villagers do we start with? We start with 30. Oh gosh. There's a rhythm to the siege. Use the breaks in the fighting to rebuild your defenses, gather resources, and improve your army for the next assault. The relics in the monasteries are your only source of gold. Stone can be found among the city's ancient ruins. Okay. As the siege continues, you will run low on available resources. Use the market to trade for what you need, but know that price inflation is inevitable during a prolonged siege. By taking the citadel from Ahmed ibn Marwan, you gain access to the resources in the southeastern hills. Researching faith and finding the Holy Lance provides a one-time temporary bonus to all of your units. Use it wisely. Wait! I remember this story. I've watched the Baz Battle story that's covering the Norman siege of this, the siege of this city. That's really interesting. If I remember correctly, there's like debates onto whether or not it actually was a holy relic or if they just made it up for morale. Your scouts report that Bohemond de Hautevilles in blue and the Crusaders have taken the ancient city of Antioch after a lengthy siege. They have found the city's stockpiles depleted. Unfortunately for the Crusaders, the Seljuk Turk warlord Kerboga in Sion has arrived with a massive army to retake the city. He has divided his army into several wings surrounding the city's walls and 6 gates. His armies will attack in repeating waves of mixed troops. Despite his strength, Kerboga is hesitant to press his advantage, as too many casualties may break his diverse army pulled from competing warlords. He will instead withdraw and reorganize for subsequent attacks on a predictable schedule. Because Kerboga arrived before the Crusaders could defeat the garrison entirely, Antioch's citadel in the east is still held by the Muslim garrison led by Ahmed ibn Marwan in green. The force consists of Mamelukes, camel riders, and archers, and is protected by a castle. While this garrison is unlikely to leave its position, making it less of a threat, it blocks access to additional resources in the hills behind the city. Finally, a relieving army led by the Byzantine Emperor Alexius Komnenos is rumored to be on its way, likely to claim the city for the empire. Bohemond is determined to push back the Turks before his old adversary arrives. Okay, this sounds like it's going to be a difficult one. Let's get started.
Stay close to the walls, mates. The Turks are trying to lure us out to be shot full of arrows. Never chase the Turks into the open. We will kill them at the walls. Now, arrange to defend us. The Turks will attack again soon.
Okay. So it looks like a bunch of steppe lancers, so we will want to use spearmen here. Okay, this is fine. Let's get a trebuchet up. Let's get conscription online. And it looks to me that we're going to be attacked from this western side, so I'm going to move all my units here first. And I want to take the time to crush these guys too.
Immediatamente.
Do I have an archery range anywhere? Yes, I do. Let's pick up crossbowmen. And I would like to get more pikemen too if I can. That is a lot of steppe lancers. And it doesn't look like they're training anything here, so I don't feel the need to attack them right away.
Salutiamo. Sì, sì.
Let's get more pikemen out. Do I have a university? Yes, I do. We'll pick ballistics. I think pikemen will be really useful to have here. And I'll want guilds eventually too. Now, I wonder if these guys will start training units once I attack. Or if I'm able to wait.
Sì, signore. Sì. Ho capito. Ordini.
Va bene. Minatori.
No point in researching the gold text here.
Pronta, sogno.
Pronto, immediatamente. Minatori.
Sessi. Muratori. 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 Salutiamo. Muratori.
Sì. Minatori. Muratori. Salutiamo. Muratori. 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 Sì.
Giusto. Muratori. 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 Muratori.
A vostro servizio.
Okay, we need more food here for the extra attack upgrade.
A vostro servizio.
20 seconds until the imminent enemy attack.
A vostro servizio.
The heathen comes! Show the Turks our resolve!
Salutiamo. Pronto, sogno. Muratori.
Oh, they're attacking us from all sides, huh? Oh geez, that's rough.
Sì, ho fatto. A vostro servizio. Ho capito. Sì, capito. Ho capito.
Okay, I didn't realize that was gonna happen.
Sì. Sì, ho fatto.
Oh no. I thought we were only going to be attacked from this side because that was the only side that I could see enemies from.
Ordini.
Sessi. Muratori.
Okay, and since I can't use any of my heroes, I actually... Since I can't lose any of my heroes, I actually don't want to use them, which is what is making the situation even tougher here. Okay, so the north side's in the worst shape. Let's back up and help them out. Okay, and the tough thing is I'm not going to be able to tell if I lose any hero units. I don't think I've lost any hero units, but we will see, I guess.
Where is that Emperor Alexius? I almost regret bloodying him across Illyria, if this is his way to get vengeance against me.
Pronta.
Salutare. Giusto. Muratori.
Salutiamo. Muratori.
Ordini. Immediatamente. Muratori.
Giusto. Muratori.
Sì, capito. Ho fatto. Signore. A vostro servizio. capito, a vostro servizio, ho capito. Sì, lo fate. Sì, signore. Sì, signore, manni. Sì, lo fate. Sì, signore.
Okay,
Lo fate.
so our north side's having the most trouble. We're able to survive in the south for now.
A vostro servizio.
I really hope that if we lose a hero, he says something, because otherwise it'll be pretty much impossible to tell.
Sì, lo fate. Sì, capito. Lo fate.
Light cavalry are not super threatening, to be completely honest.
Lo fate. Sì, sì, signore. A vostro servizio, lo fate. A vostro servizio. Sì, lo fate. A vostro servizio.
Salutiamo.
Have these villagers repair here. Losing these donjons here is really rough. Let's pick up our Ballester.
Sì, a vostro servizio. Non capito.
The Turks run. Let them go. We have much to rebuild.
Okay, looks like they're backing up. That's actually good for us. This gives us time to take stock on this side. Train some arbalesters. And some skirmishers too.
Ordini.
Fortunately for us, we still have all our villagers. Walls are looking in decent shape.
Immediatamente.
Let's repair.
Sì,
Get more arbalesters.
Sì, sì. Manovali.
Let's try to take out the castle.
sì, lo fate. Sì, lo fate.
Soldiers,
Sì, signore.
we fight and die here while the Byzantine Emperor dawdles.
Salutiamo. Sì.
Never
Ordini,
forget this
sì.
Byzantine treachery.
My lord, we are running low on
Immediatamente.
resources. Perhaps my lord can assault the enemy citadel. The garrison there guards the rich hills behind the city.
I'm already on it, dude.
A vostro servizio.
Salutiamo. Pronta. Bene. Sì, sì. Sì. Immediatamente. Muratori. Muratori.
Ordini. Muratori.
Okay. The interesting thing is that these trebs are not even going to be useful for us
Sì, signore.
until later, or after this garrison gets destroyed. So we need to destroy this garrison first of all.
Salutiamo. Sì, sì. Pronto, sogno. Muratori, manovali.
A vostro servizio, sì, signore.
I would like the halberdier upgrade if I can afford it.
Ordini. Salutamo. Sesse. Puntadino. Taglialegna.
Let's get some more wood choppers here.
A vostro servizio.
My lord, the Emperor Alexios Komnenos has retired with his armies back to Constantinople. They believe us already dead.
He knows we are alive, and he knows I command the city. He is a spiteful coward, leaving us to die in the sand.
A vostro servizio. Sì, a vostro servizio.
Okay, so the castle's down. Good. We'll have to wait until the next wave
Pronto, sogno. Va bene.
to finish getting resources, though.
Ordini, muratori.
Sì, signore. Sì, signore.
Pronta, sogno.
Let's get a donjon up,
Buon capo.
and then garrison inside the donjon.
Sì, signore.
I need the last cavalry upgrade as well.
Sì, ho fatto. A vostro servizio.
Ordini.
Let's take down this gate.
Comandi, ho fatto.
And we will soon be attacked from all sides again by the looks of things.
Sessi.
Salutamo. Se giusto. Va bene. Immediatamente. Puntadino. Giusto. Taglialegna.
A peasant claims that the holy lance that pierced Christ is buried in this city. I am skeptical, my lord, but the priests say we should have faith in this vision. At the very least, it will inspire the soldiers to fight harder, if only for a short while. My lord should be tactical in choosing when to reveal this holy lance.
Okay, so that's faith. Does the faith tech cost more? It still costs the same, so it's still very expensive. The garrison isn't even doing anything, so we should be able to clean them up next round.
A vostro servizio. Sì, ho fatto. Comandi,
Salutamo.
a vostro servizio.
Muratori. Va bene. Taglialegna. Va bene. Taglialegna. Ordini. Immediatamente. Salutamo.
Ordini immediatamente. Minatori.
The heathen comes! Show the Turks our resolve!
Okay, they're attacking us again. Not a huge deal. I want the halberdier tech.
Pronto. Va bene. Minatori.
Comandi, sì, signore. Ho fatto.
Okay, this attack looks like it is stronger.
Taglialegna.
A vostro servizio. Ho fatto. Sì, signore.
I'm ready to rotate units to the north here.
Sì, sì, signore.
We're close to having halberdier. The attack will end in 751. It's a bunch of Eastern swordsmen, but that doesn't actually bother me too much.
Sì, lo sapevo. Sì, sì, signore. Comandi, a vostro servizio.
Garrisoning units is definitely good.
Sì. Comandi, signore. Combattiamo.
The enemies are in here. We have units inside the tower, so we should be okay.
Comandi. A vostro servizio. Sì, capito. A vostro servizio. Comandi, capito.
We're all done with our blacksmith techs, thankfully.
A vostro servizio. Sì, signore. Sì, comandi, capito. Attaccare. Sì, a vostro servizio. A vostro servizio. Sì, sì, signore. Sì, signore. Comandi, capito. Combattete.
Salutiamo. Minatori. Sì, minatori. Taglialegna.
A vostro servizio. Sì, comandi, sì, signore. A vostro servizio. Attaccare. Sì, sì, sì.
Okay, so the garrison's almost finished. This is great. This northeastern corner is doing real bad.
Attaccare. A vostro servizio. A vostro servizio. Sì. Attaccare.
But so long as we keep churning out military units, we should still be okay.
Attaccare.
Minatori.
My lord, we have access to the rich hills behind Antioch.
Sì,
We should send the villagers there at once.
sì, signore.
Salutiamo.
Still have all 60 of our villagers. That's good. We're still training arbalesters. We'll pick up... I don't want to pick up Scuttage yet.
A vostro servizio. Sì, signore.
I want to train up our forces more.
Sì, sì, signore. Attaccare. A vostro servizio. Sì, signore. Combattete.
Ordini. Immediatamente. Muratori.
These villagers can go back to the eastern hills. And we are in some major trouble over here. So let's go.
Muratori.
Let's send the rest of our villagers this way.
A vostro servizio. Sì, signore. Attaccare. Comandi, sì, capito.
This side's still alright. But the middle is not doing great.
Sì, capito.
We only have 23 seconds left. We still have all of our villagers.
The Turks run. Let them go. We have much to rebuild.
Sì. Pronta, contadino. Immediatamente. Immediatamente.
Okay.
Muratori.
Sorry that I'm not saying too much. Oh wow, all the units just disappeared.
Sì.
Pronto, sogno. Manuvali.
Giusto, manuvali.
Salutiamo. Manuvali.
A posto servizio.
Yeah, I'm sorry if I'm not talking too much. I'm just like super
Muratori.
mega worried.
Sì.
I
Salutiamo.
need some help rebuilding the north side here.
Sessi. Muratori. Ordini. Muratori.
A vostro servizio.
Comandi, subito. A servizio vostro.
I think we take this relic out and move it back here, and that would be a good idea.
Immediatamente.
Comandi fatto. Attacchiamo.
Se salutiamo. Se. Taglialegna.
Have these villagers come back here,
Pronta sogno.
build up over here. Are there any other holes in our wall?
Muratori.
Pronto, sogno. Muratori.
A posto servizio.
I want like a block of archers that I can use to consistently defend.
A posto servizio. Sì, ho capivo.
This is a good start.
Sì, signore.
Se. Ci stai uyendo.
Grab that relic, drop it back here,
Immediatamente. Manuvali.
Se giusto.
repair this, build ourselves
Muratori.
a donjon. And I want scuddage, so I'm gonna save food for scuddage.
Manuvali.
Manuvali.
Ordini. Pronta sogno. Immediatamente.
These guys can come back to this stone.
Sì, ho capivo. Sì, signore.
Ordini. Giusto. Salutiamo. Va bene. Immediatamente. Se. Muratori.
A vostro servizio. Comandi, signore.
If the attacks are the same every time, we should be actually in reasonable shape here.
Sessi. Pronta sogno. Se. Traccianti.
Is there anything in our wall that needs attention? Not by the looks of it, no.
Salutiamo.
It seems like the hills are a safe zone. So I'm going to send my villagers back there now that the city is not in the best shape. I need food for scuddage here.
Salutiamo. Se. Va bene. Immediatamente.
Sì, ho fatto.
Okay, we're low on wood. And let's pick up scuddage here while we have the maximum number of military units possible.
A posto servizio. Comandi.
Pronta sogno. Immediatamente. Giusto.
Let's actually buy a little bit of wood
Ordini.
and have these guys start chopping wood instead. We'll need wood choppers.
Sì, signore. Ho fatto. Sì, signore. A posto servizio. Ho capivo. Sì, signore. Comandi. Sì, ho capivo. Signore. A posto servizio. Sì, signore. Attacchiamo. Sì, comandi. Attaccare. A posto servizio. Ho fatto.
Okay, now we have tons of gold. That's scuddage coming in real handy.
Sì, a posto servizio.
Faith will temporarily inspire the Crusaders, which is good.
Sessi. Pronta. Giusto. Traccianti.
And we need to kill Kerboga somehow. I don't see how we're going to be able to do that this iteration. I guess we have one attack remaining. So this is the final attack.
Salutiamo. Ora immediatamente. Sì. Braccianti.
The heathen comes! Show the Turks our resolve!
If this is the last attack, I might just research faith like right away. They've got Trebs. So I'm going to send these light cavalry to go kill the Trebs. They have Trebs on this side too. So I'm actually really worried about the north side here. Yeah, super worried about this side. Let's research faith. Start migrating guys in this direction. Need donjons. Need archers.
My lord, the Holy Lance has been revealed to the soldiers. They are inspired.
Okay, I don't want to lose any of my hero units here. And this better be the last attack, because if there's another attack after this, that means that this heads-up display was lying to us. We got schmozed.
Salutiamo.
Salutate, braccianti.
Nice. Having a ball of arbalesters is so nice that I can at least micro a little bit.
Pronto. Muratori. Salutare immediatamente. Muratori.
We might lose the eastern side of this city here. So I think on this left side is where we'll make our final stand. Let's retreat our units. Only 2 minutes left to go. I'm gonna send these units back here. Holy crap, that's a lot of enemies. This will be our final stand right here in the center. Oh my god, my computer's lagging even. There's so many units on the screen. North side's pretty much screwed. I'm just gonna try to hold out in the center here. I want these hero units to come back. I hope we didn't have more than 6 hero units.
Turks run! They finally run! On to Jerusalem!
Nice. Okay. I mean, if I were them, I'd be pushing in. We just got the achievement too, so I guess we win. that was much easier than I expected it would be, but it was a nail biter for sure.
While Bohemond did not inherit his father's lands, he did inherit his attributes, and these won him a princedom. But Bohemond was not done after conquering Antioch. He sought every opportunity to conquer new lands, but his fearless aggression led him to being ambushed and captured by the Turks. His old enemy, the Emperor Alexios Komnenos, even offered to pay Bohemond's ransom if the Norman prince was brought to Constantinople in chains. Once again, Bohemond bested his old enemy, tricking his Turkish captors into releasing him for a smaller ransom. Years later, Bohemond again fought against the Emperor, but was surrounded by the Emperor's armies. He agreed to become a vassal of Emperor Alexios, but Bohemond's cunning had one last triumph. So that the treaty binding Bohemond to the Emperor would not include Antioch, Bohemond never again set foot in the city. He died in Sicily, leaving his son to succeed him in his hard-won Eastern princedom.
Alright, so yeah. The important thing for not losing the heroes is just to put them in the same place. There's no real need to use them. They're strong units. I didn't even check their stats. We can check their stats now. 450, 210. Robert to Flanders. These are all I recognize all these names from reading about the Crusades. Baldwin, yep. So Robert's got huge stats. Baldwin's alright, but he's not nearly as chunky. Tancred is also not nearly as strong. He only has 140 HP. Bohemond himself is pretty strong. Godfrey, also reasonably strong. And Robert Cahusa. So these are all pretty beefy units, with the exception of Tancred, maybe. Tancred is only just slightly above average. But yeah, there's no need to really involve any of these guys in the fights. You're really just stalling for time, so throwing their lives away is entirely unnecessary. Also, like I suspected, these highlands were inaccessible to the enemies because they're blocked on the east side by water and on the west side by cliffs. So your villagers are never in any danger working back here, which is exactly what I suspected, and that's why I moved them back. Your villagers do start in a reasonably nice position, and the attacks kind of scale. They scale well so that if you're not leaving the villagers out in the open, they won't die. So that's pretty good design, I'd say. And the attacks certainly come in at different pressure levels in different points of the wall. I wouldn't be able to keep track of all the pressure points without, losing my mind, but yeah. The garrison didn't seem to do anything, so I don't know if that's a bug, because they literally just did not do anything and let me kill them, so that was interesting, I suppose. But yeah. One thing to mention is that the monasteries out on the outskirts have relics inside them, but it might be worthwhile. For example, I dropped this relic out in the open, but it might be worthwhile to relocate a few of the relics between fights into this monastery here, where it's much safer. This way you don't have to worry about losing your gold input. Another thing to mention is that it's probably worthwhile to avoid using the market if you don't have to, because obviously you're net losing resources and you're not able to train additional villagers. But yeah, using the unique tech 2 is very good. Scuttage, just train a whole crap ton of trash units. Make sure you're at the 300 pop. Once you have 300 pop, it's 270 military units. So 270 times 15 is a big number. It's 30 times 135. So it's like 400, some real big number. It's like a few thousand gold, I think. And that's super helpful. As you can see, by the end, I still had plenty of most resources. My queues were still going, so yeah. It was also nice to keep an eye on the fact that there are remaining attacks. I didn't realize that was a thing as well. And there is an objective to kill Kerboha, and I don't see how that's even remotely possible. I guess you potentially could if you snuck all the way around and behind and like went this way. I guess you potentially could. And that would be funny as hell to try, but I don't see how you'd be able to succeed. But yeah, pretty fun siege mission overall. And an easy achievement to get if you're just a little bit careful. Anyway, my name's The Clever Fool. Thank you guys for watching. See y'all next time. Bye-bye.